Hello. Today we're going to talk about John Scalzi's The Kaiju Preservation Society. An interesting book. I did it as an audio. I'm more of a audio lover, but I know some of you have Kindles and paper based books, hardbacks. That's your thing. Great. I think you're going to enjoy The Kaiju Preservation Society. It's a little predictable. It gets a slow start, but the main character, Jamie Gray, is out of work during COVID. Boss screwed him over and boom, you're out of work. You have no money. COVID's hit. You can't get a job. What are you going to do? Runs into a friend who has the job with this preservation for animals and wants to give him the job and pay him pretty big money so he can pay his rent to his friends that have an apartment. They can all pay their rents, and they're having issues with that. So, yeah, he takes the job, of course, because he doesn't want to do food delivery or anything like that. So Jamie ends up getting all these shots, and they're told he's not going to be able to have a lot of internet access, and he's going to be there for like 3 months, and he can't tell anyone too much about his work. And he's like, okay, whatever. Strange. I must be going to Africa or South America. He's got these ideas where they're going, and they end up going somewhere completely different. It's not like Jurassic Park was. It was the same type mystery, but kaiju are like Godzilla-size monsters, and with the slight slow build-up, there's a lot of different science behind these giant monsters. And it's not Godzilla adventure-ish type story. It has some creatures that are parasites to the monsters, which is an interesting idea, because if you had a mountain-sized dog, the fleas would be your biggest problem, because the dog would probably ignore you because you're too little. And talking about the different parasites, the animals in the jungle, like in Avatar, yeah, that could be a problem. So they run into a lot of problems like that. You don't fly a helicopter near a kaiju. That would be bad. It probably would get you. But they do their preservation work. And of course, there's going to be a bad guy that'll turn up, and it rounds out in the end. And out of a 10, I would give it at like a 7 or so. I've checked the Internet Movie Database. There's no plans right now to make it a TV show or streaming show or movie or anything that I can see. But it's an interesting story. It's an interesting adventure that would draw some people in, because it's got the kaiju. It's got the kaiju. If Del Toro decided to make a movie out of it yesterday, you would all be watching it, or Steven Spielberg. So who knows? Maybe it'll be some kind of movie or TV show. The thing I like about streaming shows is they're limited episodes. You can actually do an entire book and not chop off characters and merge characters and squish stuff down, because you've only got 2 hours to tell a story. You've got an hour an episode, 6 hours. You could tell the whole book. You make slight changes to fix things that you didn't care for. The director has a different vision. But it's good escapism. I enjoyed it. I was waiting for it to get like Jurassic Park, where they destroy Tokyo or something. But it wasn't that kind of thing. And but it was a good little adventure story, and I enjoyed it. It was a good little. It's not that long, so you can sit back and enjoy your kaiju monsters with the Kaiju Preservation Society. My audiobook was read by Will Wheaton. Yes, Star Trek The Next Generation's Will Wheaton, that Stewie on Family Guy always talks about. Will Wheaton. Yes, Will. Will was my reader and made the character rather interesting, a rather normal guy, just stuck in this crazy world of kaijus all of a sudden. And he's like, oh my God, and he gets he's our character. He's us looking into this world of what the hell is going on here. And that's our character. Everyone else is established. Everyone else is used to the kaiju. And through Jamie's eyes, you see, what we would see, like what? And of course, he has a lot of adventures that normal people that work there say, well, that's never happened. Wow, Jamie, you made it. And they say Scalzi sometimes in his books, and I didn't notice this because I've got an audiobook read by Will Wheaton, said the character was a male, that sometimes Scalzi will not say if it's a male or female. He'll go out of his way in some of his stories. I heard that, and I was like, well, that is interesting. Jamie could be a guy, could be a girl. So if you cast this as a show, you could do it either way. You could have anybody play Jamie, which is interesting. So I enjoyed it. I would say I wouldn't run out and buy it. I would grab it as an afterthought. Hey, look, the kaiju side is on sale. Scoop it up and sit back and enjoy a nice little romp with the kaiju. Okay. See you again.